Mm-mm. The pain is in the hizzy. What's going on? Did you talk to your boo thing? You talk to Boo Boo? Just chilling? Cool. What the fuck was I gonna do? Yes, talking to my boo thing all day. Oh, good. You go, girl. I actually saw. I'm doing good. I'm kind of pissed off because my team lost, but it's all good. I got more things to worry about. I went grocery shopping earlier today, and the weirdest thing happened. I normally don't even go to this store to grocery shop, but I said, look, I'm in the area because I went to go pick up my nephew today from school, and I went into this store like, and I was looking around, and I just felt somebody looking at me. So I looked. I said, "Who the fuck this girl looking at me like this for? I don't even know who the hell this damn woman is." So she was staring at me, staring, and I was looking at her back. I was like, "What the fuck's wrong with this woman?" So then, like, I walked around the produce section trying to find some potatoes, some baked potatoes. So finally found them, and then I started. Uh, I put it in a bag, and as soon as I looked over, she was looking at me again, and then she turned her face, was like I caught her looking at me again, right? And you know me, I'm always all G'd up, looking good. So she was in line to pay for her groceries, and then she got out of line and started to go look for something else. And then I met up with her like about two times in a different aisle, and then I went to go to the line, and then she went to the line afterwards. It was the most hilarious thing ever. It was like, what the fuck is this woman doing? Like, I was like baffled. I was like, what? And I was gonna holler at her and say what's up, like, like, you're okay over here? Like, you were in line, then you came out of line. You ain't looking for me. You looking for me? You want to talk to me? Well, then talk to me, sweetheart. Let's have it. So she looked like she was, a little scared. I looked at her. I gave her a little smile, and she looked like she was terrified and scared. Like she must say, "Yeah, that guy probably gonna eat me alive." Anyway, it was pretty funny. Yeah, I was this close to hollering at her, and then something told me just leave her alone. I don't know. It was I had a weird feeling, like, so I was like, I knew she was looking at me. And I said, "The fuck is this woman looking at? Like, is it me?" I looked back and I was like, "No, ain't nobody behind me. I'm the only one here." I don't know. She didn't look familiar, but she may have known me or something. I don't know. She may know me from somewhere. I have no idea, but it was weird. And then I saw her, and then she started to like, every time I looked at her, she would look the other way after that. It was weird. Like I say, this is like some weird ass shit. That's why I was kind of baffled at first. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this woman? How the fuck you're in line, you're watching me take potatoes and put them in a bag, and then I went right next to her, right where the line is, and I eyed her up. And then like she knew I was there, but she kind of ignored me, and I was like, this girl's fucking weird, man. I don't get people. I don't get people sometimes. It's like I always tell women all the time, you should be hollering at a guy if you really like him or if you think he's, whatever. Just say hello. Fuck, that's how you get the thing. I don't know what you're thinking. I didn't have my cards on me at the time. But I thought it was pretty funny how she kind of chickened out on me. It was pretty funny. I got a little kick out of it. Something to me, they were like. I got two baked potatoes, one for me and my nephew. Then I was looking around for some other stuff, but The store that I went to wasn't all that great. Hey Nia, how are you, sweetie? You all right? It was actually kind of annoying. Hey Becca. How you doing, sweetie? All right? Yeah. So yeah, that was the only interesting part of my day was seeing that chick there, but whatever. Some people are weird. So fun. This has been one of them, like a weird ass energy day. It is weird. It's kind of weird all around. Yeah, it was weird for me too. Like this has been one of those weird ass days. Um, I'm okay. It's just like I don't know. I find it hard to understand people these days. I really don't know what the fuck's going through these people's minds. I really don't. And I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna say it. Is ever since COVID, a lot of people have fucking like gone off the deep end. I don't understand it. Like people are like weird as fuck, paranoid as fuck, and just acting like just weird, just like weird vibes, weird energy. Just like people are just, I don't know. It's like that shit made people go nuts or something. I have no idea, but it's really annoying, and I just don't understand how people like let shit get to them so easily. I don't know. Maybe it's me. I have no idea. Maybe I'm the one that's fucking going crazy. I guess I don't know. I have no idea. The last 3 years have been very off with people's energies, people's ways, people's thinking. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't know. People are fucking weird, man. But anyway, not my problem. As long as I'm okay, that's all that matters. I could give a shit about anybody else and your crazy ass ways. Serious. What the fuck's wrong with these people? I don't know. Anyway, Lorraine the Pain, would you like a sacred spirit message? Anyone? All right, cool. He ain't tired. He be talking to another boo thing. All right. Lorraine, your card number 21. Illuminate the shadow, simplify the issue, focus on the situation, the solution. Sorry. Right now, you are encouraged to illuminate the sections of your personality that are working against your situation. Accept that these challenging aspects are a part of you, embrace them, love them, and plan how to achieve a form of balance and make a part of your psyche ultimately work for you. Now is the time to focus on the resolution instead of just on a problem or challenge. How did you get here? Acknowledge your current circumstances and focus on how you can achieve a positive outcome. Now is the time to get your personality in line with your conscious thoughts. Apply these balanced characteristics to your areas of life that could utilize these energies, such as leadership, communication, relationships, employment, self talk with your spirit. I like that. Once you grow your understanding of your unique personality, you can begin to realign your life to to support your goals and personal interests. Blah, blah, blah. All right, try not to be narrow-minded, ego-driven, or uh, also Archangel Barachel is dealing with problem solving and finding solution. The affirmation message for you is I effortlessly create peaceful solutions to my personality. I remember you were saying earlier you want to be peaceful. So I effortlessly create peaceful solutions with my personality. So there you go. Illuminate the shadow. This is what you look like when you wake up in the morning. I know. It's cool. Hey Philomena, how you doing? What's up, Davik? How you doing, bro? All right. Oh boy. Nia, would you like a message? And Becca, you want one? What you laughing at? It does. That's what she looks like when she wakes up. I don't know, but anyway. All right, Becca. Let's see what we got for you, Becca. One. Sounds about right. Okay, Becca. You got number 5, Between Worlds, New Directions. Okay, this says right now you may be feeling energetically blocked physically and stagnating or feeling stuck or between decisions that you can take left or right, leaving you worrying if you make the wrong decision. Everything comes in divine direction with your turtle totem. Try to avoid waiting too long to seize opportunities if they present themselves while the current momentum is present. Play being in the right place at the right time is essential for the turtle. Be patient but assertive. A new change in career path, living arrangements, or residential locations are possible. Your home is your sanctuary. Ensure a physical, clean, and decluttered atmosphere for relaxation and wellness. Check that out. See what Chantel was telling you earlier about remove that stone. Remember I told you earlier to use the salt water thingy, all right? So it's telling you right here to do that, to make physically clean and declutter your atmosphere. Pay close attention to where you direct your and channel your personal energy, as you can be led down opposing paths. Long journeys and travel may be favorable, including physical and spiritual quests. Go with the flow, enjoy your journey, and trust in the process of life. Ultimately, just like the sea turtle, you may need to surrender, let your spirit wander, and drift within the sea of life to find your direction. Don't make any irresponsible actions or financial mismanagement. Archangel Sorel is giving you knowledge of the life cycles and your affirmation messages. I trust in the flow of life. I am safe and protected in my soul's sacred journey. So there you go. Between Worlds, New Directions. I need to go with the flow. Yes, you do. Go with the flow, yo. Nia, Thanks for the donation. You can ask your question when you're ready. Well, that's why you got me and your other psychic friends to help you with. And I think we're doing a great job of helping you. And like I said about 5 minutes ago, that I don't understand people either. I don't understand what the fuck's going on with these people and how the world works. People are really delusional lately, and people are just like out of their minds. I don't understand why people lie so much. I don't understand how people like even look at themselves in the mirror every day and actually think they're a person. I really don't. There's a lot of crazy fucking people in this world right now, and I don't want to be a part of them, and I don't want them to be a part of me. That's why I keep to myself. But people like us that keep to ourselves and don't do nothing wrong to anybody and just live our lives and help people, we're a target. See, the devil don't like us. The devil wants to fuck us up. So if we allow, if we allow our guard to be put down and allow that to come in, you see what I'm saying? Then that's going to be the problem. So we just have to keep our heads up and say, you know what? You're not going to get me. It ain't happening. Not today, Satan. Not today. So let's keep on the up and up and not let those nasty energies be around. All right, Nia, you said, when will Kyle take you on a date? Oh, God. Please help Nia. If you hear snoring in the background, that's the culprit. Look at her. She's passed up. She's your spirit animal? Yeah. I don't see him taking you out on a date anytime soon. I think that he's very focused on work. He's focused on relieving himself from his past relationship. His past relationship's still bothering him. He's trying to release himself from that and move on, but he doesn't want to take advantage of anybody until he feels like he's going to take advantage of you or anybody else that comes in his energy because of his past and because he has to release himself from that bad energy and reach towards enlightenment and reach towards his goals and get better mentally, because he's still like trying to release himself from his past ex. But in the next 2 weeks, I don't see anything happening with a date or anything like that. But didn't you say this guy is at a distance from you or something like that? So how the heck is he supposed to take you on a date if he lives far away from you? Unless you guys are doing like video chat dates. I did that one time with this chick. I was like, can I take you on a date this weekend? She's like, what? How? I said, on live. You guys can do a little, video chat action. She thought it was pretty cool. I did too. It's kind of weird, but it was okay. At least I said I can do it. I did it. Yeah. I don't see any date, nothing like that. No time soon. I see there's possible communication, but that's about it. There's nothing else. I don't see anything, nothing like that. It's possible, Nia, but I think he's still. See, the problem is he's still caught up with his ex, and I told you that the other night too. That I still feel he's caught up with his ex, and getting over her, so he doesn't want to like rush into anything else because if he does, then he's gonna find himself all messed up again. So he doesn't want to, make it awkward for you or for himself. I'll check the month of February and see if anything potential will happen between you guys. No. I think it's possible that he might talk to you about work, but that's about it. I still keep getting, it doesn't matter how I shuffle or how many times or what I ask. He's still, like I said, he's fond of you. He likes you, but um, he might talk to you about, business stuff maybe, but there's no like date or no like possible him coming to see you or anything like that in the month of February. From now to the month of February, it doesn't seem like anything's happened. And I still get another woman here that's dishonest, untrustworthy, and he's ending this friendship with her. Like he's still ending things completely between him and this last chick he was with. But he does look good. He does look at you in a good way. It's just that he has no solutions to his issues. So February, it still doesn't look that great. But in the meantime, you could still find somebody else. I'm the last person to give advice about going out and see somebody because I don't go out anyway. I don't even like going out anymore. All my friends still try to get me to go out to clubs and shit. I'm like, oh hell no. Been there and done that. I'm my age right now. I don't go nowhere. I don't want to go to clubs. See a whole pile of kids and shit. Fuck that. Yeah, and I think because of that energy, Nia, it's still gonna be like up and down and shit. What you laughing at? All my friends that are my age in their 40s, they're like, Mark, man, come on, you gotta come out, man. I'm like, I know you used to DJ and I know you don't want to go out there and blah blah blah. And I'm like, look, my days of going out is over, bro. I'm finished. You know how much I went out when I was young? I was out every damn weekend, bro. Why do I want to go out again for what? There's nothing to go out to see a bunch of little girls and see like 20-year-olds and shit. I'm 46, yo. I ain't got no time for that shit. Yeah. I ain't doing no diaper sniping. That ain't happening. I'll be talking to all my friends' daughters and shit. They be out there, oh yeah, I know you know my dad. I'll be like, oh gee, thanks. I feel really young. Oh hey, yeah, my dad and you were friends. I remember you when I was 9. I'll be like, no. But the girl I saw at the grocery store, she was cute. She looked maybe like 35, maybe. She was around my speed. She was blonde and like had green eyes. She had a nice little body. She was cute, simple. Just to be like nice and natural. She didn't have no ring on her finger. But she was kind of scared when I got towards her. I was like, yeah, see, they all scared of me. I don't know why. I don't know what I do. Maybe they got, I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe I might see her again. I'll go back to that store again, see if I can find her. Say hi to her. Maybe scare her some more, I guess. I don't know. I'm better off single. I like being single. It's less hassle. But apparently, for Aquarians like myself, love is in the air for this year. We'll see. Because I know last year they even said it, that Aquarians weren't going to have no love shit in 2022. But 2023 looks a lot better. But I'm trying to think, because the last time there was a year that added up to 7 was 2014. And I said to myself, I got to remember what the hell happened in 2014, because that was 9 years ago. So I have to check about what happened in 2014. Because I always tell people I go by numbers. Numbers is a big part of my life. I'm always seeing numbers, dealing with numbers. And you have that other idiot. She used to say, I don't give a shit about your angel numbers. That's all bullshit. I don't care about numbers. And I'm like, whatever. That's because you don't believe in it. That's why. But yeah, it's a 7 year. So we have to look back at what was happening in 2014. Because 2 and 1 is 3, 3 and 4 is 7. So 2014 was the last time it was a 7 year. And before that, it was 2005. Was the last time it was a 7 year. It's 9 years apart. So do your math and see what happened to you when you were in 2014. And the same things might happen to you this year. So I have to go back on my external hard drive and look at like the pictures that I have in my file for 2014 and see where I was and what I was doing and what I did. I can't remember. I can't remember. But I'll check though. See what happens. But that's something for you guys to check too. Check that out. See what happens. Everybody's like, 2014, huh? I know exactly what Lorraine was doing in 2014. BBC investigating. Tila, not really. LOL. In 2014, you were with JP? Damn. You remember that long? Holy shit. No wonder you don't want to let go. 9 years of BBC? Oh, you were a high school couple. Oh, dang. Hey, Oxy. I got to go through my pictures too. Hey, there you go. You got to try. I'm going to do that after I get off of this live. I'm going to turn on my external hard drive and just go into my 2014 folder and see what I see and see what's going on. I can't remember, to be honest. Time flies. Yeah. But that's what they say. It's just something that I live and die by as numbers and things like that. So I always check the years, dates, things like that. And it's been crazy because for the whole week, today's Thursday, so all week I've been going, like almost every day I go to the grocery store because you always need something, right? Remember, it's 1 item, 2 items, 3 items, whatever. And every time I've gone to the grocery store, my receipt ends in a 33, 44, 55. It's like always like a number, and it's weird as heck. Tonight when I went to the grocery store, it didn't happen. But last night it was 33.55. That's how much I spent. Yeah. I'm always going to the grocery store like every other day. Like today I only went to the grocery store to get potatoes so I can make baked potatoes. That's all I went to the grocery store for. But yesterday I got a few different items. Cause I'm always forgetting something, or I always need something, or I didn't write something down. I gotta go check, or I changed my mind about what I feel like eating, so I'll just go down the road. Yeah, so I spent 30. My total came out to 33.55, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I was like, every day is like one of those numbers, It's weird. But everything's so expensive now. It's so many items have gone up. So many you go buy a little bit of groceries and it comes out to like $50 and you're like, what the fuck? What the hell did I buy? Yeah. Hey Divine Empress, how you doing? You don't have Aldi Sprouts? What the heck is that? I don't know what you're talking about. You gotta speak English. Oh no. I told you, in Bermuda, where I live, we have our own franchises. We don't have American franchises. Our grocery stores, yeah, we have Whole Food places, yeah, but not those ones. We have our own franchise. See, we're in another world. See, we don't need the United States to give us your Whole Food place. Okay, we got our own shit over here. Okay, we have a place called Lindo's Market and Marketplace, and we have like our own shit. Like we get a lot of things from Canada. Bermuda gets a lot of items from Canada. Lindo's, Lindos. It's a local restaurant. Restaurant. It's a local grocery store. And there's another place called Marketplace. The Marketplace. It's like all Bermudian owned places. We have like our own products, our own stuff. Then we get a lot of things from England because we're a British colony. We get a lot of things from Canada, like ShopRite brands, Bowl and Basket. Like we have different things. We have a lot of different things from you guys. Way different. I've been to Germany. Germany is one of my favorite places. I went there for like 10 days way back, like maybe in 2010, I think. Really nice. Yep. You just find out where Bermuda is? You spelled it wrong, by the way. It's Bermuda. Yes, we're a small little island in the middle of the Atlantic, off the coast of Florida, off the coast of the east of the United States. Nah, I live right next to the ocean. Like I could look out my window and see the ocean from here. The ocean is literally 5 minutes away. I could pretty much walk to the ocean from here. It'll take me about a 10-minute walk to go right to the bottom to the ocean. Yeah, Bermuda is a very small island. It's about 65,000 people. So you could fit us all inside of a football stadium. Yeah, I mean, I go to the States all the time. Boston is like my favorite place. Atlanta. I've been to New York. I've been to Florida many times. I've been to Philadelphia. I used to go to Atlanta 3 times a year because my best friend moved out there. And then I go to Boston a lot because all my teams are from there. And you've been here a few times with cruise ships? Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah, the cruise ships always come to Bermuda. They're still coming here. Yep, it's 11:52 my time. Yep. The only way I would move to the United States if I got married to a woman from the United States, and I would love to have dual citizenship, and I would stay here for the winter because we don't have snow, and I would go to there for the summer because it's too freaking hot here. But Florida is hotter than Bermuda though. Hell no. But like summertime here, it's hot and humid and nasty. But wintertime, it's really nice. Like right now, it's 70 degrees outside. So it's not really much of a winter. We don't really get much of a winter. It's not like a steady winter. Like the lowest it'll get was like 55 or something like that, which is very rare. And then it's always like 60s and 70 during the day and then 62 at night or something like that. But we don't really have a serious winter. It's only like a couple months and then that's it. January, February. So right now we're having winter, but like today is like it was like a summer day. 71. It's weird. The weather's been weird here anyway. Hey Oda, how are you, Hermana? Did you find your kitty cat? Yeah, Bermuda's more of like a tourist attraction place. It's a place for vacation. It's a place where people come to swim. People were swimming on Sunday at the beach because it was 70 degrees. It was like pure people. Not yet? Oh man. Poor kitty. I hope you find them. Yeah, it's Bermuda's another world. I've been here my whole life. I was born and raised here. I've been here all my life. I wouldn't trade it for anywhere, to be honest. But like I said, if I ever got involved with a woman from America like I have in the past, if I ever got married or something like that, I would love to do like 6 months there, 6 months here, things like that. I would love to do that, but that'll be a miracle if that happened. Did your neighbors do something? You want me to just check? I'll just check for you, Harmony. That's fine. I'll check for you real quick. Hmm. Did is your neighbors does your neighbor is your neighbor is it a woman like by herself or is it a couple? That's kind of weird because I get that they possibly could have like ran him over with the car or something like that because that's kind of weird. I didn't see this the other night. The other night it looked like he was at like the but see maybe that's why. I'd hate to say it, but remember I told you that I saw him in the remember I told you I saw the cat like at in the trees and he was maybe hurt or something like that, but I didn't think he was dead. Now the cards are telling me that your neighbor could have possibly like hit the cat with the car and injured him, and now he's like he could be gone and he's in the trees. I hope not, but that's what I got today though. It's different. Yeah, all right. Thanks, Hermano. You didn't have to. I was just gonna check it for you anyway. And I think that they possibly could have ran the cat over or just hit him with the car because I got the chariot here as well, like where it's like could be a vehicle. And then the last card I got the eight of swords where they feel kind of fucked up about it. Like they kind of feel depressed that they could have hit the cat. Thanks. I decided to wear it today. I haven't worn it in a long time. My nephew likes this hat because it got all the socks all over it. But I hope not, Hermana. But it's telling me that it could have been an accident and the cat's like probably dead by now because you haven't even found it. But remember, I told you at first when I spoke to you, I said that he could be at the beginning of the estate and he's in the trees hurt. So I think that they must have hit him. It's two dudes, but they are both married. Ah, okay. Let me just check something else because I think that's how the cat passed away. Or I think the cat's gone now. Yeah. I think it was the one with the car who drives the car. Because I remember seeing the cat in the trees injured. So they could have hit the cat. He went in the trees and now like he's not he's gone. I fucking hate that. One time when I was driving, like years ago, I would say maybe 15 years ago, I was driving on the street and a cat went into the road and I hit him. And it wasn't my fault. I tried to stop, but he just ran right across, right in front of me. And I was like, fuck. Like that's the last thing I wanted to do is, hit a cat. But unfortunately, stupid cat ran right in front of my car and I couldn't stop fast enough. And my friend was in the car and he was like, no, I know I didn't see that. And I'm like, I know, man. I hope the cat's all right. And I was like, damn it, man. But animals are stupid sometimes. They just do shit like that, I don't know what happened. I came back down the road and I never saw the cat, so hopefully he was all right. You're all right, Mark, about the neighbor wanting to talk to me. I forgot to tell you. I tell you, he wants that coochie coo. You don't want to listen to him, you see. I tell you the neighbor wants that. He wants that booty. I don't blame him. He wants that fresh something. Yeah, I told you wanted to check your real tail light. Your tail. And put some light on it. All right, Hermione, let me just check something for you, Hermione. You know what, Hermione? I'm still getting the cat's alive, but the cat's going through difficulties. Because I also got this the other day that the cat's still alive, but they're going through difficulties. Like maybe he's limping, or maybe maybe the cat's in shock because the cat's young. See, so he probably got hit by the car, and now the cat just doesn't know what to do now. Like he's in the trees there around the house, but it's weird because I get like a lot of it's weird because I get a know that the cat's fine, like he's not dead, but the cat's going through difficulties. So it's still telling me what I saw the other day, but it looks like your neighbors did hit the cat with the car, and the cat's like limping or it's in those trees somewhere. I don't know if you can like go through the trees or go in the trees or whatever, and I try and call for him, or like try and like see if you can get in there or get somebody to go in there. No, that's fine. I know what you meant. I still don't think you're gonna see the cat for a couple days, but the cat's definitely going through some difficulties. I don't think the cat's passed away, but I think the cat is definitely going through some difficulties, like it's injured. You know, this happened to my mom's cat one time. My mom had a cat called Smokey, and he always like sleeps in the bushes, right? In like our hedge, like underneath the hedge, he'll be in the bushes there. And one day a dog, like the cat was like, you know, curled up sleeping, and this dog came up on the cat and like grabbed the cat and ripped the cat's belly a little bit, right? So the cat went missing for like 2 weeks and then came back with this big blood stain on the belly. And my mom had to call the vet. And that was 2 weeks after it happened. And my mom heard the cat yell like and go crazy with the dog and shit. And then my mom was like, "Oh fuck, the cat's dead." She was all crying and shit. But what it is when they get injured, they get scared. So they go into like a hibernation mode. They lick themselves, they cure themselves, and then they eventually come back. So I know it's been about what, a week now or close to it. So just give it time. But I don't see the cat dead, but I think that is definitely injured. It could be. Maybe I don't know if was she pregnant or no. That could be it too. If she was pregnant, then that's probably what it is. Because like see the cat in the trees. Like she's in the trees somewhere. And that's what cats usually do. And they go into like the trees and they go and make a little place and they get secluded there. No, the cat's not in labor or anything like that. I just keep getting the same thing. Like the cat's not happy, it's going through some type of like pain or something, and it's trying to recover itself. But I keep getting visions of the cat in the trees, like in the bush. So if you have time, try to see if you can go in the bushes around the house there or around that area where you think she would be, and try and go in there and check her out. Hopefully she's there, but I don't get that the cat's dead. I just get that the cat's injured, and it's like going into like a little hibernation mode, trying to get herself back on track. But hopefully, you'll find them. You'll find her in a few days. All right, Oxy, I got your donation. You can ask your question next. Okay, cool. Just let me know, Ilda. But I honestly, I think the cat's fine. Like, but just in the bush, just like hibernating and just like trying to get better. But try and find them. Try and find her and see what would happen. Like maybe get a friend of yours and just go walking up there and just see if you can go around and try and find her. Yeah. I remember I told you the first time that she was injured and she was in the trees somewhere, but I still think she is. But I think that the neighbor probably hit her with the car. So that's why she's paranoid. The cat's paranoid and doesn't want to go back onto the you know. Yeah. Hopefully she's okay though. Hopefully she recovers and gets better. Cause you know, it's just like a human being when they get like an ankle injury or a leg injury or they get hit or something. You know, we go through a process where we have to get better before we start walking again. Or I just feel like the cat's injured and needs to, you know, get back to normal again. But I think she's okay. I think she's at least she's alive is what I get. But I think those people, I think your neighbors think that they killed the cat. But I don't get that the cat's passed away. So we'll see. I wish I was there, Hamana. I would go in the damn trees and find the cat for you. Sometimes I wish I can get on a plane and just say, look, let me deal with it and I'll just go deal with it. All right. But unfortunately I can't. But I wish I could. I really could. I wish I can just go in the trees and just go find the cat myself. But hopefully let's hope the cat will be fine. You're welcome, Harmona. Just try and look for her. All right, Oxy said, I had a conversation today with a recruiter about a possible job. Can you see if this job is the right fit for me? If I'm going to get it, will they offer me and pay I need? All right, cool. Let's check. Looks good. First of all, the recruiter are they a male? Is it did you talk to a man about your job or was it a woman? But as far as like getting the job, it looks very possible. The money, it's a man. Okay, cool. Because I got the emperor here, which is a guy, and he looks like he's very mature and he wants you to come. He wants you to work, and he will give you. Looks like they will offer you the pay that you need, and it looks like this is definitely going to be like a possible job, and the job will be right for you. Just make sure that you're very active when you take the job. Do what you're told. Do what you have to do, and everything will be fine. They just want somebody reliable. They want somebody that they don't really know and can do the job and do it properly. So the more active you are, and the more you symbolize what you really want, say, okay, I want this, I want that, and then you do it. And if you don't do it, obviously they're going to be like, you said you're going to do that, you're not, whatever. So Oxy, I would say the job is a good fit. I think that you're worried, and you're like, you just got to remove that worry away from you, and just like know that you'll be happy whether it happens or not. But I do get that this man is willing to give you the job. I think he's very mature, very confident, and I feel like he looks at you as somebody who he can definitely take underneath his wing and show things to, or he wants somebody like your age or your speed to do the job. And I got the 10 of Pentacles here, so that tells me that it's a secure job, it's a safe job. You'll get the money that you want from it, and they'll offer you something that will make you feel comfortable. So I got all good cards on it. I got all good vibes off of it. I feel like in the next 2 weeks, you'll probably get the job, but I think you're still going to be like doubting it or thinking that it's not going to be right for you. But I think this is all in your mind. I think you'll get what you want, but try not to think of the, like, the negative aspects of everything. I don't know if you're a worrying type of person. You worry too much, or you're overthinking everything. And that's what I'm getting in the cards here, that you might be overthinking too much and doubting it and being like timid and not thinking that you're gonna, things are gonna get right for you. So like try to be more positive, so that way just already think that you have the job and it's going to be making you happy. It's going to be like a bright prospect for you. It's going to be something that, you know, being like that. Try not to be that way. Try not to be so worrisome and timid, and like try not to worry about what people think of you. Try not to fear anything. And if you do that, you'll be fine. But if you continue to like doubt and worry, then that's gonna like kind of hover over your head like a dark cloud. Try to be optimistic more. Try to be more like happy that you're actually gonna get this job and it's going to work. Like already think that when you get it, it's gonna be fine. There's gonna be, at every job we have, there's gonna be obstacles, people we don't like, situations we don't like, a boss that we don't like, or a coworker that we don't like. It's a part of life. So if you go into this job thinking that, if I do my job and I do it right, then I won't have a problem. Whoever's around me, they're not going to be a problem either, because they're not my boss. I just have to answer to certain people. So try to have like a better mindset, and then you'll be okay. But I think that you're worrying too much and you're doubting yourself and you're doubting how things are going to happen. But if you don't do that and be more enthusiastic, I think it'll be a lot better for you. But I do get good cards, and I do think you will get the job, and it looks like it will be the right fit, and you're going to get it, and it's going to pay you right. But that's as of right now. It looks like it's going to be that way. But it depends on this man. So the man looks like he's interested in giving you the job, but he might even have somebody else interested as well. So he's got to choose between you and somebody else. You're welcome. You're welcome, sweetheart. I wish you luck, and I hope you do get the job. And remember, if you do, be very active. When I'm a business owner, and if I hire somebody, I want somebody to be active. I don't want them to kiss my ass or anything like that. I'm not looking for that. I just want somebody that's active, wants to work. I don't mind paying the person the money that they're worth, but you have to work. Like, you got to be very active. You can't be on your phone every damn minute and all that type of shit. I'm not paying nobody to be talking on their phone. That's what you have lunch hours for and knock off time for. That's the world today. See? So that's good. I'm glad it makes sense. It looks like you'll be fine. And just be very active. That's what I keep getting. Yeah, there you go. See? You'll be fine. So if you don't do those things, then you're good. I think a lot of people who are not self-employed or have a business, I think they tend to, think that they're obligated. A boss is obligated to give them everything all one time without, seeing what they're about. But sometimes I tell the employee, many times that, what if you're the employer? How are you going to feel if I was like you? I always turn the tables on everybody to say, yeah, what if it's you though? You're going to like that? I say, you pay me all that money and I'm going to go on my phone like you do. And I'm going to leech around, drag my feet and do nothing and get paid for it. See if you like it. You're going to like it? Then they don't respond to me. They get mad at me. A couple years ago, I had 3 guys working for me. One guy was a so-called electrician. The other guy was just like a person who was just, wanting to learn. And the other person worked when they wanted to, but they were always on the phone. And eventually I got rid of all three of them because all three of them were not meeting, my standards, and they would get me in trouble with my clients because my clients would be like, "Hey, look, you're an employee when you left to go to town and get materials. This mofo was on his phone the whole time and didn't do anything. I'm not paying for this guy to be on his phone. I'm not paying this guy to be sitting down waiting for you to come back." And I'll be like, "Oh, really? Okay, thanks for telling me. Goodbye." See, so what happens if it was the other way around? So how are you gonna feel? So So I tell people that all the time, but they don't want to listen. Unfortunately, people don't get it. But it is what it is. I try to be a nice boy, but sometimes that's why working for myself and by myself is the best decision I ever made. Mark works for Mark, and that's it. I can't take that crap anymore of, "Hey, I'm leaving, I'm coming right back. Just do this and do that." Okay. You come back and nothing's done or it's done wrong. So I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? I'm not paying you all this money to do this. Then the client's looking at me like, who the hell you have working for you, bro? Who the hell is this? I had a guy come to me about 2 weeks ago. He knocked on my door. He knows where I live. He's worked for me before, but part-time. And he came to me and goes, "I need a job, man." Now, "Hey, Mark, how you doing? How's it going, bro? How's life?" Just right off the bat, "Hey, Mark, hey, you got a job for me?" And I'm like, "Nope." Said, "I'm working by myself right now. I'm not hiring anybody at the moment." And he's like, "Oh, okay. Well, if you need me, I'm available." I'm like, "Yeah, I know you're available because you don't want to fucking work." It's a pain in the ass. There's a lot of work out there and there's work for everybody. I don't believe in lack of jobs. There's always a job out there for you, but you just got to find it. And if you can't find a job, that's telling you go on your own. And then people are like, "But how?" And I explain to them all the time. I started from nothing. And here I am 15 years later. So if I can do it, you can do it. September will be 16 years I started my business, and I'm still going. Yep. And then some guy, I know who he is. He's the dad of one of my friends, and he came knocking on my mom's door. And he said to my mom, "I need your son's number because I know your son does electrical work." And he still hasn't called me. And I told my mom, I said, "You know why he asked you that? To be pokey to see if I was working. And also to get me to bid on a job or give him a price on a job so he can compare prices and then kick me to the curb." That's what a lot of contractors do. And this guy hasn't gave me work in years. But what another thing it is everything's expensive. So they're gonna try and find the most desperate contractor or electrician to do a job cheap so they can make money off of me. But see, I don't work that way. I'm a subcontractor, but I go through the client. I don't go through the subcontracting guy because you're not gonna make money off of me. Because then the client gets ripped off. So when I do a job, I do the job for you. I don't do the job because this guy got me the job. No. So that's why a lot of people don't want to hire me too. Because they're like, "Oh, well, we're not going to make no commission off of Mark. We're not going to make 10, 15% off of his bill. So we don't want him." So they go get somebody else so they can rip off the people. Instead of saying, "Okay, you go ahead, you deal with the client. I don't need to make money off you because I'm already making money on the construction or the plumbing or whatever." They want to make money off of me. No, You're not making money off of me. I'm making all the money because it's me. I'm doing the electrical, so I'm going to get paid through that client, not through you. Because I want guaranteed money. I don't want to go through you because you might not want to give me no money. And then they don't want to sign contracts. They don't want to like make things official. There's a lot of shady ass people doing business out there. And one thing about me, I do electrical work, and electrical work is no joke. And all the materials are very expensive now. So when I do something, I do it once and once only. I don't have to come back and fix nothing. I don't have to come back and check nothing. Like my job is very important. When you have a construction guy, a plumber, and an electrician, a carpenter, and a painter, the electrician is the main person, whether you believe that or not. Because without electricity, the water can't run through the pump. And without electricity, you can't see. You can't live there. And without me, you're fucked. Because I'm the electrician. That's why I always took on electrical work, because without electricity, you ain't nothing. So, and I always tell people my reputation's been built in years, not in, and lost in, and you can lose your reputation in minutes. And you can lose your reputation from other people. So I don't allow contractors to make money off of me. It ain't happening. So the last time that happened, the client got really pissed, and they were like, I thought you said it's going to cost this money. I said, yeah, it is. I said, let me see the bill. Okay. I said, well, why is this guy's name on it? This is the contractor. I didn't give him my bill. I gave you my bill. But he took the bill and said, look, I got to put my shit on, my 15% on it, because I gave him the job. It don't work that way with me. If I give you a job, I don't want nothing from it. I just want you to do the damn job for that person. I don't need to make money off of you. I'm making money on my own. But there's so many crooked ass contractors that is very sad that they just can't just make their own money and leave me alone and leave the other contractors alone. But then people would say, well, Mark, they got you the job. I don't give a shit if you got me the job. You got me the job. Why? Because you know I know what I'm doing. I got a good reputation. You're not gonna hire me and make money off of me. No. And then people are gonna say, oh, Mark's expensive. He charged this person this much money. And I know I didn't. That was their markup that they put on it. But they're not gonna do that to me. Oh, hell no. Exactly. The last contractor I worked for, he was a royal pain in the ass. He was mad at me because I went behind his back and talked to the person myself, because I didn't want him to make money off of me. Because it's not right. And you're supposed to help. These people got a budget. So if they got a budget, why you got to make money off of me? I've given you work. Have I asked you for commission off of your shit? No. So why you gonna get it from me? And tell me something. When you die, you're gonna take your money with you? You're gonna take your company to heaven or to hell to do stuff down there? Answer the question. Exactly. I made my point. When you die, you can't take nothing with you, bro. It don't work that way. So stop robbing people and stop taking money in unnecessarily. You don't want nobody to do that to you, do you? Well, then don't do it to nobody else. Simple. But no, it's like people don't want to live their lives righteous and honest. I just don't get it. It don't make no sense to me. But anyway, it's life. That was my cord that just fell off the side. I was wondering what the hell that was. It's annoying, but that's why I don't really do electrical contracting a lot anymore, because Everybody's always trying to make $1 off of somebody. Then I got to deal with a whole pile of idiots that, do shitty work and make me look bad. So I can't take it anymore. I couldn't do it. I did that last year, and I made a big mistake taking on that job. I mean, yes, I made money. Yes, I came out with flying colors. All my shit passed. But I had to go through a lot of stress dealing with all these guys because they didn't do their job properly. See, I know how to read plans. So I know how to read plans. I know where shit goes. I know how to build a house from start to finish. In all ways, I know how to do the construction part, the plumbing part, the electrical part, everything. I know exactly where to put things on the platforms, on the slabs. I organize everything. So there's a lot of people who don't know how to read plans, but they have a business and they get somebody to come and mark it all out for them, and they know where to put the stuff. That's what I do sometimes. I mark things out, or would they wait for me to mark my electrical out, and then they know where to put their shit right next to mine. See what I mean? So it's like a lot of tricky shit goes on. They're like, yeah, he knows how to read plans, so let's let him do everything so we don't have to go. And it's like a lot of lazy shit and a lot of let him do the dirty work and map out everything, and then we'll just look at the plan and say, oh, that's where the washer and dryer goes. Okay, well, we knew we need to put our plumbing line right there for the dryer, for the washer, and for the drain, and for this and for that. So it's happened a lot of times where people wait for me to do everything first because they know I know what I'm doing. But they're always trying to get me. They're always going to be, oh, that doesn't. I'm like, yeah, well, go measure it again then. You put your pipe there and see where it's going to come out of. It's going to come out on the other side of that wall, I can guarantee you. My shit's going to be in the wall, but your shit's going to be sticking out of the wall. I guarantee you. Okay, well, we'll see. I remember I've had so much arguments with people on job sites. It's hilarious. They have no common sense. It's a pain in the ass. I'm not saying everybody's like that, but that's exactly how my life has been. Especially this last year. I did my sister's renovation. I didn't want nothing to do with it because I knew what it was going to be, the outcome of me arguing with these people because they don't know what they're doing. I'll never forget it to the day I die. We were building a swimming pool over here. And both guys were younger than me. One guy was 38 and one guy was 28. And I've been doing this for 25 years. I've been doing electrical. And I've been reading plans for 20 years. So I know a lot. I have a lot of knowledge, but I'm not a know-it-all, and I like to teach people. I like to, learn more, and, I don't criticize anybody who doesn't know how to do it. I just try and help them. So these two fools were sitting at a table on my sister's porch looking at the plan, baffled, like they didn't know what the hell they were looking at. And I was just, in the background, just waiting for them to mark out the pool. And I was like, these guys don't have a damn clue what they're doing. I said, this is sad. You took on this big ass job and you didn't even know how to read a plan. So he says, hey, Mark. I'm like, yep. He goes, oh, this architect must have been drunk because the pool shows that it's over your neighbor's yard. And I said, are you joking right now? Or you're just trying to crack jokes or something? He goes, no, man, if you look at the plans, the pool's supposed to be 12 feet this way, 25 that way. And if you measure from here, then it's in the neighbor's yard. It's on the boundary line. I'm like, no, it isn't. I say, you don't look at the pictures, you moron. You got to look at the schematics. It shows the pool like this, the square, and there's a line. And it says 6 feet off the porch, 12 feet off of that on the inside of the block, and then 25 feet off the boundary on the left. You gotta mark it out like that, and then you get the square of the pool. And I'm like, see, I knew these guys didn't know what they were doing. So I took the plan I called him a clown. He got mad at me. and he's the contractor. And I said, you're an idiot. You know that? You have no clue what you're fucking doing. You just wanted money. No, man, I'm telling you, this architect is drunk. I said, the only person that's drunk is you and your employees. You're all a bunch of clowns in the circus. I said, well, I'm the ringmaster, and I'm going to show you how to mark out a pool for the very first time. Oh, don't tell me I know what I'm doing. I said, well, go ahead then. Mark out the pool. So he didn't want to do it. And I said, well, look, I told the excavator guy that was about to excavate the hole, I said, hey, bro, look, take this spray paint and we're going to go measure it right now. Okay, Mark, no problem. So we went with the tape measure. I marked the whole pool out in 10 minutes. And they were there for like hours trying to figure it out. And I did it in 10 minutes. And when I marked out the whole entire square with the pool, I looked at the guy at the excavator. I said, thanks for helping me marking out. Now get to work. Chop this thing out, please. Let's go. And those guys got so mad that they got up and they left and they didn't come back to the next day. And my brother-in-law saw me do it, and he says, I can't believe what I just saw. And I'm like, I told you, these guys don't know what they're doing. They're too young, too dumb, and full of like, you know, they think that everything's wrong. No, you're wrong, moron, because you don't know what you're doing. You have no clue how to read a plan. Plans are so easy to read, but you're so full of yourself and you think you're so great, and you're lying to me telling me you've done this before. So if you've done it before, what took you so long to mark the pool up if I did it in 10 minutes? It's unbelievable the amount of dumb shit that I go through to deal with contractors and people who don't know what they're doing. Yeah. I couldn't believe it. And my brother-in-law, I never forget, he saw me do it and he was like, thank God you're here because Lord knows where the hell that pool would have been. And I was like, exactly. And then they got halfway through the pool. And then I said, hey, look, there's a pit here. And don't hit this pit, because if you hit this pit, we're in a lot of trouble. Because we're going to have to dig out a new pit. He's like, no, man, we don't have to do. I said, I guarantee that this vent line will come to this pool, to this pit, and we're going to have to move this pit. So I got the original plans from the house, and sure as heck, the pit was 5 feet into the actual pool where the new pool is. So the contractor didn't have a clue what I was talking about. So I said, look, tell your minions to come over here, and they're going to take the hoe, and they're going to hoe this out and see where this pipe goes. Oh, well, you know, I said, do it because I told you to do it. I run this job. You do what I tell you. So yeah, 2 guys chop out the pipe, and sure as hell, it went right to the pool where the pool was. So the excavator guy says, thank God you said something, because if I would have hit that, we would have been in a lot of trouble. It would have been a shitty situation. And they said, you're damn right it would have. So then we had to stop the pool, and they had to dig a new pit to make a new pit, transfer the line, and then eliminate the old pit, fill it in, and then continue to do the pool. And it all worked out because of me, because I made sure that these fools didn't hit the pit because I knew where it was. I marked it all out, but they had no clue where it was. The excavator guy said, you know, I could have died, you know. I said, yeah, I know. I said, your boss is a moron. He doesn't know anything. And we don't speak now. And my sister refused to pay him 30 grand in the end. So he was 30 grand out of pocket. He lost 30 grand in the end because of his stupidity. And one of my friends told me 2 weeks ago, one of my friends told me that he lost another job by the airport area because he fucked that job up too. And I say, yep, we got the right person. He's a fuck up. He don't know what he's doing. And you would thought he would have learned from me. But you don't want to learn. See, they just don't have a clue. They just want money. And they think that people are dumb and just going to pay them. So I've been through a lot. with business and contractors and subcontractors and people who think they know what they're doing. And I was very fortunate to learn from my elders. When I was 20 something, I was learning from guys who were 40, 50, 60. They taught me shit. They taught me how to read plans because I asked. I said, "Hey, look, I want to learn. So when you mark this out, just call me, and I want to come and see how you do it." And I wish I had a phone with a camera or a video camera back then, but I didn't. See, it was way back, like 25 years ago. We didn't have none of that shit, right? So, I learned it all. I wrote it all down. I said, okay, it's a third, 3/4 to an inch. So I have to make that a foot, and then you have to map it all out and mark it out properly. And then it's the inside of the block, the outside. You have to read it because every measurement is different. So once I learned how to do it, I ended up going on my own. And it was the best decision I made. But I learned for free. See, I didn't have to go to college. I just learned hands on by people who actually didn't go to college either, but learn from somebody else. And you learn from me, you learn from that person. And then I ended up learning a lot from a guy who I still know today and still talk to, one of my good friends. He taught me a lot. He taught me a lot about electrical. When I have a problem, I call him and ask him, what can I do to solve the problem? Look, one thing about me, I like to learn. And in electrical, you're always learning because everything's always changing. The code, the wires, receptacles. Now you have receptacles where, we have to put in safety receptacles because kids like to go to a receptacle and stick something metal in there and they get shocked. So now there's safety receptacles where you have to force the plug into you have to have both prongs of the plug forced in order for it to actually work. So people get confused. They're like, "Mark, I can't plug in my plug because it's so hard." I said, the reason why is because the law now, so kids won't electrocute themselves or anybody else electrocute themselves, is you have to, by law here in Bermuda, you have to have a safety plug. So whereas if you were to stick one prong in, it wouldn't work. It has to be both at the same time. And when you push the plug in like this, it opens it up so you can make contact. But if a kid were to take like a piece of metal or a pen or a bobby pin and try and stick it in one of the hoses, it wouldn't work. Because the plugs are made now to design for the both prongs to go in at the same time. So it's impossible for a kid to stick one thing in there and to get electrocuted. So electrical is constantly changing, see. So now, we have to spend more money on materials because of safety and things like that. So there's always like something that changes in electrical. So even at my age and my, experience, I still have to do new things in order to, pass the code, the law. It's a pain in the ass, but it's all worth it at the end of the day. When it all works and I turn on everything and it works, it makes me proud. It makes me happy that everything works. So it's a good feeling. And it's a very good trade to get into. My nephews want to learn electrical, so I'm going to teach them this summer when they go out of school. They're going to be my summer school students. They want to learn from me. They said they want to learn how to paint. They want to learn how to do electrical. And I say, yeah, sure, I can teach you. So they're very enthusiastic and optimistic that I'm going to teach them. And I said, sure, I'll teach you. It's not a problem. Because they're like, Uncle Mark, you do everything. I'm like, yep. The more you learn, the more you earn. Simple. Why not? So I'm looking forward to doing that this summer, teaching them, how to do things and so they can grow up to be men that don't need to call me to come fix anything. They can fix it themselves and they'll learn from me for free. So it's good. It's a win-win situation. So I want them to be grown up men, not idiots. And, I'll teach them everything I know and I'll go from there. It's the way it should be. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. I just realized what time it is. It's 1:45. I'm gonna go get some sleep, and I'll be here tomorrow, guaranteed, God willing. So I will see you all tomorrow. Take care. If I don't see you, have a great weekend. Take care of yourselves. Self love's the best love. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you want to hang out, I'll be here. All right, Oxy, you're welcome, and you thank you too, and have a good night. Hermana, blessings to you always. Mwah. Take care.